I am excited to making this video. I want to make a review video on cutters, on paper trimmers, and yeah, let's get into this mountain of cutters. And I do a few years now on crafting, and I did not spend quite a lot at cutters as it seems, but I pretty much get my kind of view about cutters, but I will tell you in a minute. So this video is just my experience. So guys, if you love some cutter I don't like, then please love your cutting machine or paper trimmer or whatever. It's just my personal opinion, okay? So no hesitate on putting me nasty emails or no, it's just my opinion over these cutters. So let's begin on the first cutter. Why I am going to make this video. It all began when I ordered this Fiscars Proscision cutter, and when I got it in, and let me show you a little closer, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. So I want to tell you first what my idea is of this one. I can't show you because I had to send it back to the web shop where I bought it. But my first impression of this one, it's very sturdy. It's big, but as you can see with the fold line, you can bend it. You can bend it so you have the half of the machine. And I like the measurements. You can put your paper below and you can put your paper on the top. So that is your choice on where to put your paper on. Now I use my pencil to make a mark at a piece of paper, and then this one is really easy to see because I can put my paper below and see my mark where I want to cut it, or I want to put it upstairs. And even when you put this below or up, I see my mark very pretty clear. So that's a plus. It's really a plus. I really like the centimeters, I really like the inches. So they thought about everything. The only thing is that the 6-inch mark is wide at the fold, but for me that isn't a very big deal. You have a very big paper holder. I don't know how you call this one, but it holds your paper close to you can put your hands on, but it really no need, because if you slide this over, it will hold your paper, but it's nice to put your hands on this glide. And another plus thing is, I hope you can see it, on the other side of the blades there are how you call this, your measurements. You have your measurements also. So if you want to cut this paper, you want to cut this at 1 centimeter, you can. You just measure on this side and you cut it. Mostly of the cutters you can't. You have to measure first and then cut it. Okay, that's the plus thing. So yeah, I'm pretty much really like this. It's pretty big, but okay. Then the cutting, yeah, this is I guess just my bad luck, because my cutting, I like to have it on the white side because I'm white-handed, so I had to fold it in on my table, and when I use it I'm white-handed, so I am using it like this, And the first thing I noticed was it cuts perfectly clean, but only at one size. Only when I put this up and I do it below, then it cuts perfect. Oh, I was blown away. But when I go up with the blade, it doesn't. It really waffles my edges. So I am guessing, that's not normal. I guess it's a rolling around blade in it, rotary blade. So I'm guessing, and it's self-sharpening, so either way you're using it, it must have do it the both sides, so both of the ways of cutting. So yeah, I was asking my English friend about it, and she said to me, you can cut only, you can do it either way. So hers did that, and mine just one way. So I was very disappointed in it. But I thought, okay. Then 3 days later, and I am a very, I craft a lot, of course, for you guys. And a few days later I noticed that the up and down, the good side, did not cut also. I thought, so quick. So I really do not know why that is. Perhaps it did not go straight to the metal plate. I really don't know. But I was very disappointed. It cuts not perfectly for me, so I had to send it back to the web shop. And it's still there, 2 weeks later. It's still there, and today I get an email. It's not Fiskars' fault, because Fiskars did send me quite quick the emails, and she said to me, go first to the web shop where you ordered it, and when you don't get a solution of this, then come back to me. So but the web shop, I will not mention it, they sent me an email today, and they say they tested the cutting machine, and they said it cuts like normal. I really thought, yeah, they said, yeah, you can you can use different pieces, and you can use chipboard, and yeah, when it sometimes does the waffling, you can just wipe it away. No, you don't wipe it away. So I was, gosh. So I was so mad, and there is not still, okay, they said, on their opinion, it cuts good. No, this machine should be cutting perfect and not good. I'm a crafter, as you know, I make mini albums, and my cut needs to be perfect and not raffling. I hate that, so that's why I send it back. So this is still not be satisfied, but okay, I assume that Fiskars will solve this, but okay. So that's the reason, that's totally the reason that I totally got obsessed on paper trimmers. So, so I really went crazy. So let me start with the beginning. What was my first paper cutter? This was my first paper cutter, and it's for memory keepers, and I love it. The reason why I bought this, because it was you have a scoreboard in it and a cutter, and I really like that. That's so handy and so convenient to use when you are making albums. Many times we want to make one hinge for an extra page, or one hinge to make another flap, and that's so easy. You just make your hinge, you cut it shorter or whatever, and it's really easy. Easy going, easy to handle, easy to fold in, easy to take it along with you. I just love this one. And the only thing, and I really can mention that, the only thing I do not like about this, but that is normal, you want to replace this often. But I saw there was a new version of this one, and that's the white one. And I don't know if the first blades also had them, but I noticed, because you also can see the color, this one is for the new Memory Keepers scoreboard and trimmer in one. These blades are from titanium, and I really don't know. Don't bug me if I am wrong, but I really don't know if the first one also was from titanium. I really don't, but I notice it now. So I don't know if these are now lasting longer. I don't know. This one I just got in, but I really love it. It's so easy to use, and yeah, it's nothing. Some of you guys hate this one, but I just love it. I love it. So this one, it's when I'm going outside, I just grab it with me because I have my scoreboard, I have my cutting. So I absolutely love this. Okay, but it's not usable for chipboard or many layers in one time. So I did buy another one right at I think 2 months after using this, because I was using my chipboard, draw a line and then cut it, or with a knife. I hate that. So I went big. I went on a second-hand market on, here in Holland it's called Marktplaats, and it's just a second-hand web shop, and I got the Dahle 534, and it's a guillotine. As you can see, it's really big. It really is heavy and big, but I have this one downstairs and I just love it. It cuts really, really, really nice for my chipboard and my journaling 10-12 papers. It does. The only thing that did broke last year was the safety guide for my hand, but you can cut. So it's yeah, you have to be careful with children, but mine are a little bigger. So yeah, I just love it. And because it's really big, but I do not spend too much money of it because it was second hand. And you can put your papers on top or below. I really just love this one for my chipboard. So, okay, now I have my Memory Keepers and this one, so it was perfect. Okay. The next step was on a craft fair. I saw this little cute one, and for just cards, it's perfect, perfect. You can your photos or your little pieces or your mini album, and yeah, sometimes I use it, and this particularly last weeks I use it a lot, and I just love it. You can put it away, put it back, and yeah, it's really loving. And I guess tonic has pretty much it seems like it is the tonic, but I think it's a fake one because I only paid 10 euros, but it pretty much seems like it's a tonic, but it isn't. But I really like this. It costs not much, and well, it still does it. Sometimes it don't, but mostly it still cuts like butter. So I really like this. So the next thing I bought was, oh yeah. Okay, let me tell you. The next thing I bought was this one. It's the Olympia, and I bought it just in my grocery store, the Lidl. I bought this for 20 euros. And why I bought this, I guess I want to use upstairs a little bigger tool for cutting because I was keep changing my blades from the Memory Keepers, and I was fed up with that. So I want to try this one for here, for on my studio. And this is also a guillotine, and I just love it. And it has a safety guide for your fingers and to hold your paper perfect, and really it still does the trick. It just does. Now there was another part where you can put another thing on here. But immediately when I bought this, I really don't know where it is, but there is something on here. But I do not use it. I want just for this one. But this only goes to 21 if I left this, but okay, otherwise I really feel it's too big. Now this one goes to 21 centimeters, and you can use your papers up or low. That's perfect when you are like me, putting a mark on a piece of paper. Then you can put it below and you see your mark on the edge where you can cut it, and you just can perfectly cut. That's so easy. And I will tell you later what doesn't. But it still works perfectly. Now I hear you thinking, why you then buy another one? But yeah, that's just me. After these, which they are 4, now I have shown you 4 cutters. After this one I used months and months and months the same cutters, and I still use them. But then, yeah, someone get me excited, and then I bought this one, like I said in the beginning of the video. And at that point I get frustrated with cutters. I thought, why in the earth? I have pretty much cheap cutters like this. This is 20 euros, and like this is 10 euros. And like this, it's 30. Now I believe it's 22, but I bought this for 30 euros. So they are not really expensive. And the Dahle I bought second hand. I think about 50 euros. So that is really doable. It's not too much. But then it begins. It begins. Let me put this away. So after this one, this bad luck, I asked on Facebook which one they are using, and I get many people who saying use the Dahle 550. You will love it. So it's also a rotary blade like this, also with a round blade, but it also costs you a lot of money. Here in my country it's 110 euros, and I really thought, wow, that's again a lot of money. I paid for this one 90. It was a sale. Normally they are 115, I believe, here in my country, and I bought it for 90 euros. So I thought it's really expensive again, but I thought 90 euros for such a great machine, which I searched on Google, but I had bad luck. So I thought, if people say this is a good one, then I want to try, but I don't want to spend 100 euro again, because this one is still not finished dealing with. I still not get my money back or a new one. So, but I don't want to spend that much money. But I saw this again second hand on my loving website Marktplaats, and she asked only 25 euro for this, and I thought, that's not too much for trying it out. And so I got this yesterday, and I must say it's big, it's huge, it's really big, but I like it. And but not all the way. Let me tell you, I saw on YouTube many videos on using this, and most of them are using it like this, and they cut this and this. Well, I'm working my face like this way, and my extra table is on my right side, on my left side, sorry. So if I want to use it like this, I really have to bend over. So, and like I am very used to using it like this. Then put my paper on here and then cut. Okay, but the only thing I saw is that there is only a grip on the top side. So I thought something is missing on my second hand, but I saw on Google that the new ones also not have it on this side, the grip. So you only can put your paper on one side, on this side. So I don't know why they did that, but I don't like that. Because, like I said, if I am using paper with my mark on it, then I still have to put my blade on the bottom, then put the paper in, watch and put it to the grip, to this one, and see where my mark is at the right side, hold it, and then go up. Okay, that's good, but it's really up. So I don't know why, but if they were doing it below, then I could put my paper also on this side and then cut it like this. So I don't have to go all the way up. But it really cuts like butter. It really does. And chipboard and 12 layers of paper, it does. It really does. And so for that reason, and even very tiny things, like if you are cutting your paper and I must cut another millimeter off, you can. It really cuts like butter. It really does. I really love it. But yeah, only thing, why I cannot put my paper on below. That's really a no-no. And you can put something like this below, but then you have it really glue good to put your paper on the top. Let me see. You can. It's possible. So let's see if this is all the way down, and I will use this. Then it don't get under the blade. So it's not an option. But why does it then go here? Well, so I don't understand. That's a handicap. I really don't know why, but it does. So if I get one that a grip on this side, then I think I will go for this one. Even it's big, but I can do then put this on this side and then cut all my things on here. So yeah, I love it. But like I said, not for me now, because I don't want to bend over all the time. So, but for €25, it's a perfect buy. We are not finished yet. No, we are not finished yet. I have to show you 3 more. Now, I want to show you one more that I don't buy. My mother had, not always, but she buys a lot, also from the second-hand Marktplaats, and sometimes she have stuff that she won't use or don't use, and then she gave it to me. So I got, and I never heard of this brand. I did not buy this, I got this from my mom. But I want to show you. This is the Purple Cows, and I never heard of the brand, but it really cuts perfect. Yeah, it does. It cuts perfect. You can put your paper up, you can put your paper down. I don't know if this is going to be off, if you can, I really don't know. Otherwise your 12 by 12 paper is not really cuttable. But okay, that's another handicap. But further, yeah, and on this side I don't use it. There is a rotary blade, and you can change it in waves, and you can change it. Let me see. And you can change it in, oh, how you call this? Like a post stamp. Oh, I don't know how you call it. But you can pull this off and only use this one if you like. But for the rest, like I said, I don't use it. I got it and I still don't use it, and I already promised it to my dear friend. She really wanted to try a guillotine, and I said, well, I sent this to you because I really don't use it. But it really cuts really well. So let me grab a piece of paper. And I really don't know why this is in, but she have to figure it out how it works. But then you can, you see, it really cuts like butter. It really does. Easy peasy. So, but this is just that I want to show you that I just had one. But if I had none, I will use it because it's perfect. It cuts nice. So okay, but then as I said, I was pretty much excited and disappointed in much cutters. Then I get to see this. This is from Tonic, from Tim Holtz. Tim Holtz is putting his name on Tonic, and it's also a guillotine, and it's a smaller version of this one. So even I like this one, but I saw this, and this is an 8.5 inch. So if I grab a piece of paper, it will fit in here like this. And yeah, it's and perfect. You can put your paper down or up. So for me, where I put my marks on the paper is perfect, because now I really see perfectly where my cut is going to be. That is, and it cuts. Really, I got this today, and so I really got to play a little, and it cuts like butter. Really, no pressure, no wiggle around, no, it really does it. So I don't want to say that this is a lifetime cutter. I really don't, because I had it just today. But I even want to show you, because I really like it. I think, wow, it cuts perfectly. It really does, and it's not heavy. It's really nice, and you can see the marks on here for card making. It's the perfect size. I really love this one. So I just want to show you. And I also got today, and that's the last one, I promised. It's a promise, I promise, I promise, I promise. The last thing I got today is the Tonic. The Tonic 12 by 12. And okay, I got to play with it an hour. And well, not a whole hour, less, because I am not satisfied with it. And the reason why is you don't have a grip on the bottom. So you all the time we have to put your paper on top. And for me, when my mark is on the paper, I really don't see. I just can't see. It's really, let me show you. If I put this paper in, you have a really small piece to see. So I really have to bend over all the way and then have to see where my mark is. And like I said, I work here and I have my cutting thing on the left, so I really don't want to go every time all the way down to see where my mark is. If they had one grip on the bottom, then I easily see it and can cut it. The next thing I don't like about this is that this is really wiggling. So if you are using it like this, you see there's an opening. So you really have to feel that this is going to be, and like you see, now I first go to the plastic grip where you can hold your paper, and so you see it wiggles, and then yeah, I really don't like it. And then the next thing I don't like is, now this is 90 grams paper, so that's the thin, it's pretty thin paper. I really don't think it's nice of cutting. So I hold it and I really have to go fast. So like this. Then it does it. Then it does it. But yeah, when you are going to use it and you do it a little slower, like this, it not even cut like this. So every time I have to cut it like this. You have to push and really do it fast. Then it does it. So it's, yeah, I don't know if I like that. And even if you want to, like I said, make a pretty nice little edge, like I said, you measured perhaps wrong and you need 1 millimeter off, then it really is not nice. So again, I think you have to do it. Oh, see now why? I really don't know why, but it's not. No, it's no. It's a no for me. I think the blade is too movable, and that is what I don't like. So no, it's a no for me. I think you have to use it and use it and use it, so you are pretty comfortable with it. But still, I don't like that I don't have a grip on the bottom. So yeah, this I do like. So you can pull this out and then you have a smaller version. It's nice. And if you want to measure larger pages, because this is going to be 12.5 inch, then you can measure. So that is a plus. That's also the reason why I bought this. It was not very expensive, 36 euros I believe. That's the reason why I bought it. It's small on this side, but even you can measure something larger if you like, because most of the time I use A4 papers. But yeah, like I said, I don't are fond of this one, and I don't like that there is no grip on the bottom. So this was it. Yeah. Pretty much. So what are, yeah, and then I have this one. Yeah, I know I went crazy the last 2 weeks, but I also get this one, and this is the Dahle 507, and I bought this also second-handed, just really curious how this turns out. I read online that this is also have a self-sharpening blade, so I was curious. I was really curious. So I thought, well, it is online, not very expensive. I believe 27 euros. But I even with this price, I thought I will buy it first second hand, just to try it. So I bought this 15 euros, so inclusive shipping. So it was really a nice price for just try out. So I got this and I have tried it out, and I must say I like it. It's portable. It's not really that heavy. It's plastic, and this blue area is metal, so really sturdy. Yeah, like I said, it's portable, it's self-sharpening, and it really cuts like butter. It really does. And you can put your paper on top and cut it, or you can leave it down and cut it. Now for me that is a really bonus, because I normally do make a mark at my paper. I just make a little mark and then I cut my paper. So now I can slide it underneath the bottom and see my mark and then cut. Perfect for me. So I really like that. And you have your measurements, okay, only in centimeters, because it's a German, I believe the Dahle, yeah, made in Germany. Okay. The measurements only are in centimeters, but yeah, for me I'm Dutch, so that's no big deal. So if they will make it worldwide, then they should be making the measurements for the inches too. But it's, for me it's suitable. And the measurements only go to 15 or 16 centimeters, but they have thought something about it, because they put some measurements like this line. So if you want to quick measure, let's say my paper I want 24, then I just line it up, make a mark, and then I cut my paper to 24. So I line it up, my mark, and I cut it, and then I have cut my paper in 24 centimeters. So yeah, that's really handy that they put these centimeters on this side, so you don't have to grab your ruler and mark it so yeah, that's also a plus. Then what I also like is you have some room at here, at the right side of the blade, and the 550 has that. It's just the edge of your cutting rotary blade, and that's it. So, but in here we have some space. You see, here is a little container that's where your paper is going to fall in. And I really like that, because now what I did was I put some, how you call these, squares, a piece of paper with squares on it, and I measured, and now I can, if I like, I can grab a piece of paper. If I want some nice strips that are even, like a ½ centimeter, I line it up and I cut it in ½ centimeter. Do I want a piece that's 1 centimeter, then I line it up and cut it, and I cut 1 centimeter. Do I like a strip that's 2 centimeters, then I line it up and I cut it in 2 centimeters. Oh, I really like that, and that only with this homemade mark area. I just put it on, and you don't have to cut it, put it all the way. You just line it up, and there it is. I really like that, and that's the same thing that the Fiscars Proscision has on the right side of the blade. So I really like that, and I thought, well, here is an area you can use it, so I use it, of course. And yeah, I like that, so that's also a plus. And the next plus, I believe, is this piece where you can slide your paper underneath. Is it puts it all together, because there are some openings on each side. So if your blade is all the way down, like there or like there, you hear it, then this is loose. But if your blade is here, then it's stuck. It's really stuck your paper. So you don't need to pull it down. Like, that's my piece of paper. Like if I put this here, I could just use this. No extra hand use. So I really like that. But of course we all know that we just grab the piece of paper and we hold it. But you don't have to. You just can leave it like that. Okay. So I like it. So yeah. So this is what I wanted to show you, and even I bought the second hand. Now I can say that the blade is still perfect cutting. It really does. Let me show you. It really cuts like butter. It cuts how paper is supposed to cut. Not raffling, not putting any ugly edges. It does the trick. So yeah, and even this is second hand. So if I bought a new one, I can't tell you because it's a new blade. But this is a second hand blade and it's still running perfect. So yeah, I like. So okay, up to the next one. So what are now my favorite cutters? I still believe that this one is one of my first and one of my first love, because it's a 2-in-1. Yeah, that's why this one is for me a totally loving tool that I always shall cherish. But you have to change your blades. So if you buy this, you have to keep in mind you have to change the blades occasionally. So it's not a thing that it's a one-time buy and you never buy anything else. No, you have to change it. But for that one, that's the one and only minus for me. So this is definitely, I'm going to keep this one. And for little things, I really like the Tim Holtz. I really does. It's small, but still you can use an A4 in it. It cuts like amazing. It's handleable, it's not heavy, it's not whoosh. No, it's really for everybody to use. So I really like this one too. It's a nice. I told you I had this really mini one, like the tonic one, but for just a little larger, I would really recommend this one. And it's also not very expensive. So this one is a keeper too. And for my daily, every kind of piece of papers, I really enjoy this one, the Dahle 507. This is handleable, doable, portable. It really does what it needs to do, and I think even it's second hand, I really think that I will give this many years of pleasure of my cutting. So yeah, these three are really my favorite ones. So, and if I must say, if here was the same grid on this one, then I will give this a really top. So, but you can't get anything you use in one tool. So I must confess, you can't have it all in one. You can. So Dahle, write me. We can sit around the table and mix something, these two in one. Yeah, good. Now, I won't babble any longer. I hope you enjoyed my reviews on my cutting machines and on my experience. So like I said, it's my opinion, it's my time that I will use all these cutters in the few years I am crafting. So I hope you enjoyed this video. So I hope you will give any idea how a cutting machine must work. And yeah, I hope I see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.